Oh, they called him short?
Yeah, they called him short.
Huh. That Coleman, I think.
Yeah, 26.
All right, John, we are back, and
How
I
about
think
that?
we're good. If you're just now logging back on, that was a connection of about 45 to 50 yards from Charbonneau to Coleman.
Offside.
Jess, we thought, or Jess, I'm sorry. You've been called
What?
worse. Been called a
Yeah, Jeff.
not much better than that,
Yeah,
though.
that's good stuff.
But John, we thought he was in the end zone. They called him short, and now it's Cale Charbonneau, and with 1 yard away, it's almost a guarantee.
Yeah, that's a tush push for 1 yard. That's how we scored on the first drive. Charbonneau on a 1 yard quarterback sneak, QB sneak as we call it. So number 4 plunges in there for the second Bulldog touchdown of the evening, and so we're up 13-0.
So we're lining up for the extra point attempt, and looks like it'll be Rhett Butler for the attempt. Matson Swanson on the hold.
He converted on the first attempt, Jeremy.
Okay.
Split the uprights, as we say, and he's in for conversion number 2.
And that will be good as well. Wagner 14, Bristow 7. We just started the second quarter. Apologize for all the hoopla that's gone on for the first quarter. But I think we were able to at least provide video and
Yes,
maybe
we had video.
a little bit of the hometown audio.
Right. Yeah, we're right next to the press box speaker, unfortunately. Everybody was already camped out on top of the press box, so we had to take what was left, and it's the spot right by the speaker. But we are on about the 47-yard line, so not too bad. But we're glad to be here tonight with Friday Night Bulldogs. Bristow took the opening drive down and scored. They had a couple big plays on the left side of the ball. And they were able to strike first and go 7-0. Bulldogs took the next drive and marched it down with a couple of Bristow penalties. Fortunately, it saved our drive because we were actually lined up at about the 32 to punt. And we had a couple penalties against Bristow, so that enabled us to get a first down. And now we've got our kicker, number 99, Zeppelin, Bilal, as he toes the ball, and it's fielded on about the 15 for Bristow, right up the middle.
John, it's a good return to the 35. That crease quickly closed, but there was a little bit there for a second.
Yeah, 20-yard return right up the middle.
On the kickoff return.
And I think we should be good at home by now, John. I know some people were saying, sure is a skinny picture. Well, it was either a skinny picture or you guys were going to have to turn some of your TVs to the side.
Yeah, we don't want to have to do that. That's a little too much. So yeah, we were filming it on a mobile device, and now we should be full 10.
Hopefully it's not too loud for you at home as far as the PA announcer here in Bristow. So we have a 1st and 20 now, or sorry, 1st and 10 after the ensuing kickoff of the 1 yard plunge from Charbonneau. And now we have a delay of game call against Bristow. And John, we had to make some minor changes. We literally made a run to Walmart.
Yes,
and,
got some new hardware. One little bitty device. Yep, just makes all the difference.
So we hope everything is going well for you at home. And as we are bringing you live action, Wagner Bulldogs 14, Bristow Pirates 7.
Nice.
And that is
Shield
a nice tackle by Shield Knight. And, of course, we call his name all night long along that defensive end. And really, this obviously I wasn't here for the first touchdown scored, but 3 games in, and that's only the 3rd touchdown or 2nd touchdown we've
allowed. Yep.
allowed.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
The loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 16 from the 29 for the Pirates.
Here's and another handoff. Shield Knight once again.
Shield Knight almost took that handoff and went the other way.
That was a manly man tackle there by number 12. wrapped him up, and tossed him
That is going to
like
be
a
a
rag
loss,
doll.
a loss back to the 25-yard line of 4. And it is going to be, we're running north and south here, so maybe third and Kellyville here, or is that the wrong way? Anyway,
You're right.
it's third and long.
Yeah, most football fields are supposed to go north and south. We are north and south.
Yep.
Sunset in the west.
So we've got a third and 20 for the
Pressure.
Pirates. Backside screen,
Boom!
and the Bulldogs are there and snuffed it out really quickly. That's Decaden Ford and Bo McFarland.
Yep, both of them converged on that play, and that'll bring up a fourth down for the Pirates as they come out to punt.
I believe, let's see, was it Ford last week that either had a long punt return or did return it for a touchdown last week? And then Bo McFarland, who we also called, had a fumble recovery in the end zone on a punt.
That's right. Yeah, special teams play a huge role. It's a third of the ball game. You got offense, defense, and special teams. So Bristow
That's a
gets
great
a nice
punt.
nice punt.
Nice spiraling punt. Here is Decaden Ford on the return, and he is
good.
tripped up as he crosses the 40 to the 41-yard line.
Really good open field tackle there by number 24? Like by
I believe
24.
it was 24.
Yeah. Yeah, really well done there by the Pirates on the coverage. That's not easy to do, to take down one of our specialists in open field.
So
But we will have good field position.
let us know how it's going at home. I know many of you may have switched over to the Bristow broadcast. We were going to try to post that link to you, but and it looks like it is up and running in the entire. Debbie Kaufman, appreciate your comment. She said up again and entire screen. So
yes.
There we go.
We aim to please.
So here is a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on their now third. Whoa.
Yeah, I didn't see the penalty. I didn't see the flag. Holding.
Okay. Holding, 10-yard
I never
penalty.
saw the flag.
Back to the 30-yard line. So now we're going south of Bristow. So Cushing maybe? Somewhere
I
around
don't know
there.
that side. Yeah,
It's a long ways.
yeah. I know the east side. It's also not the west side so much.
This is Edward on the
he's
end around. Got the corner.
Shake and bake.
And he is slung down as he gets across the 50 into Pirate territory. Trenton Edward, we talk about his speed often.
Yeah.
And that way, right there, I think it was just the lineman sealing that end off.
Yeah, he's very patient on the run around the end and ends up getting it right to the stripe. So first down, Bulldogs.
I-29.
1st and 10, and they're going to mark it at midfield for the Bulldogs. Here's Charbonneau looking to pass. And
nice catch.
Yeah, that's Goodland.
Mr. Goodland reached back with his right hand and was able to snag that in.
John, had he not been able to snag that in, I think that would have been right in the breadbasket of a Pirate.
That might have been, that might have been a Pirate's bounty.
But Goodland able to haul it in, and actually is going to pick up 2 to the 48. 2nd and 8 for the Bulldogs.
Also number 34, Nation.
Got twins at the top and bottom. And this is Edward over the left side they're going to give you forward of progress to the 46. We'll call it a gain of 2. 3rd and 6, John, for the Bulldogs. And again, I wasn't sure about what's going on with the first quarter, but as of right now, other than the long pass to Coleman, it's been the run game.
That's right, Jeremy. On that previous play, we pull the guard, we pull the tackle, and we try to go to the left side. Popular play for us.
Charbonneau looking way downfield to Goodland, and that's a nice defensive effort by the Pirates as he comes in at the last minute.
Yeah, he timed it just right. The ball gets there, and he was able to get a hand up and deflect that ball down. So to bring up 4th and about 6 for the Bulldogs as they send in the punt team.
All right. Oh, Prince McJunkins. I'm not sure how long or how many times we're going to be able, because we've got a little bit of different setup tonight, but we're not sure how many times we can get to the comment section. But Prince McJunkins, the quarterback that really helped propel the Bulldogs into the next level.
All right.
And he's watching tonight.
We fake it. We want to fake,
Bryce
Jeremy.
Steele.
Go, Bryce. Yeah, how about that?
Steele doesn't get very many carries, but looks like we were did the old fake out punt and steal the up man, takes the snap.
Yeah, he was able to break a tackle there at the line of scrimmage, which would have stopped him. But he was able to break free and pick up a first down. So first down Bulldogs as we are in the Bristow Pirate territory on the 37-yard line.
So first and 10 for the Bulldogs as they keep that drive alive and totally faked us out up here.
Yeah, Coach Condit's not afraid to roll the dice.
No, he is not. He is not.
Give me the dice. Come on, Bulldogs. Got 4 seconds here.
Clock down to 0, and they did not get it off. John,
We got a timeout.
Okay. All right.
We got it.
So also different setup, John, is we're on the visitor side, so we're actually pointing to our side, and so the folks at home will be able to see our sidelines.
Oh, we're on the home side, the home press box.
Yes. So usually we're looking at least the previous 2 weeks. Well, off and on the previous 2 weeks.
That's right.
We were looking at the visitor side, but
yeah, we got a Bulldog band over there, and it looks like we got a 95% full on the visitor side, and with some lined up down the fence lines.
Yep. So we have a timeout here with 7 minutes left in this second quarter. And again, we apologize for all the hoopla to begin with, but at least we were able to bring you the picture. And now, according to the comments, everything's great.
That's awesome.
And we'll just keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, we keep fighting. I mean, we don't quit. We just try to keep on keeping on, as Dad would say. And Jeremy saved the day with the trip to Walmart. We was hoping that they would have it for him behind the counter because he called him and said, "Do you have this?" And no, he had to go searching for it. So that's okay. We got it, and we are up live.
Here we are. This is Trenton Edward around the right corner, and he is tackled in the backfield this time.
44.
Could not get that edge sealed.
Big number 44 there, defensive tackle or linebacker. I'll have to see exactly what he's playing, but yeah, that was just brute strength as he dragged him down from behind.
That's a loss of 6 back to the 43. John, it's 2nd and 16 now for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I think he's playing linebacker there, Jeremy. So he shot through the gap and saw that play develop and was able to tackle us for a loss.
2nd and 16. That's Edward in motion. Here's Charbonneau. Got a man over the middle. Skinny post route into traffic to Caden Ford, the intended receiver.
Just a little bit behind him. Should have threw on the left shoulder, and he threw the ball on the right shoulder. Got his hands on it, but that's a really tough catch when you're running across the field and having to reach back behind your shoulder pads.
And in traffic.
And in traffic, right.
Even if the ball is on the money, you see this at the pro levels,
right.
That you talk about receivers who like to go across the middle, who don't like to, and most of the wide receivers don't like to.
Right.
Here's Charbonneau going way downfield and
just over the head.
Looks like
McFarland.
Swanson. Is that 3 or 9?
9. Bo McFarland.
Bo McFarland, the intended receiver. So now I think, John, we're probably actually going to see a punt this time.
Yeah, but Lola Long comes back in just as he did last time, and we rolled the dice and went with the fake.
075.
Didn't capitalize on it, unfortunately.
Number 075.
So it'll be 4th and 16 from the 43. The ball along will punt this away. Nice end over end punt is going to hit at about the 13, and that is number 34 for the Bulldogs, who will down it there. John, I'm going to see if we still have our roster here. Usually, Dave Drake hooks us up at home.
Right.
Will be marked down at the 15-yard line.
With all the names. Yeah, I've got it right here. So number 34 for the Bulldogs on special teams is Garrett Arnold.
Garrett Arnold.
57, G57.
So the Pirates will have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line. 6:03 left in this second quarter. Quarterback keeper straight up the middle.
Ran into a brick wall,
yes.
Bulldogs.
Shield Knight was the second one there, and the first one came from the other side, and that number is...
I got 99. I got Balala Long in there. I got Bryce Steele in there. Got 42 in there.
Miller, Gavin Miller.
Gavin Miller, host of Bulldogs. That's a Bulldog brick wall. You've heard of the Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain? I'll call that the Bulldog brick wall.
Absolutely. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the 15. quarterback from the shotgun with the tailback behind him, and he'll get the call.
Got a big
bounces
hole
to
to the left.
and he's going to get across the 20, dives forward to the 22.
He's got half the yardage there on second
Yeah.
down, so
He's
not
gonna,
quite as far.
He's going to actually, they're going to give him forward to the 21-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Pirates. Clock running. We're at the 5-minute mark now as the Pirates try to even the score before halftime. 3rd and 4 from the 21. It's almost that same play, John.
That's
and
right.
This time the Bulldogs were ready for it.
Now, Jeremy, I don't know if the Bristow coaches knew it or not, but we didn't have a safety back, so not really sure. They usually at least want to have one safety,
Right.
one safety deep. But we didn't have anybody. Everybody was sucked up on the line.
Gavin Miller with the tackle again. He was on the last stop and now solo on this one, and picked up 1 to the 22, but it's still going to be 4th and a long 3 for the Pirates. They at least look as though they will punt it away, and I'm sure being on their own 22, they will. Low snap, but the punter has it. There's a line drive, nice punt, and Ford thought about it, but he's going to let it bounce, and it is going to roll dead at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, number 7 is a good punter. He's towed
that's also
2 good
the quarterback
ones.
too.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's been working with somebody.
Your next bingo number
It was a
is 10,
nice
34.
line drive, spiraling punt.
Tight.
And more importantly, no return.
Right.
As far as if you're a Pirate fan. So hopefully the home PA announcer is not as loud as it is for us. Hopefully it's not that loud for you guys at home. But we are literally standing right behind the speaker, and there's at least 1, 2, 3. There's at least 5 cameras up here, John.
That's right.
So it's Charbonneau, 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 30.
Quick hitter.
That's Ford. And he's going to get to the 35. Yeah. Quick pickup of 4. You know, a lot of people think that might be a little mundane call or whatever, but it's just as good as a run.
Yeah, just as good as a run. I mean, take what they give you. When the corners are backed off a little bit, just run that little 5-yard hitch, and we got 2nd 5.
From the 35, Charbonneau. Here's a handoff to Edward. Edward trying to pick his way through, but cannot get through the purple curtain. Purple people eaters.
There's a trio of Pirates in there, led by number 45 and 25 and 34 pulling on the tackle. So to bring up a 3rd and a long 4.
Edward picks up 1 to the 36-yard line. 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs as we near the 3-minute mark. And here is Decatur Ford on that jet sweep.
Nice hole.
Ford.
Oh, it's going to be close. I think we're short. About a foot short.
I think they're going to give him about half a body. He dove forward, and I think they chose.
Give it to us.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think they chose between the knee and the head.
Okay. As old John Madden say, it's the left foot, right foot spot.
Yeah, there you go.
If the side judge comes up with the left foot on that case, then it's short. If he comes in with the right foot, it's good. It's first down.
And it was the right foot this time. So it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 40. Here's Charbonneau. Charbonneau looking in the flat. No,
he's got room
to the
to run.
right. And he throws it at the last second. Did he get it off before he? That'd be a great call if he did.
Referee is standing right where he went out, but I haven't seen a signal as far as incomplete or.
So I guess he stepped out of bounds before he threw it because they're not
giving it to him.
No.
Gets the pass off.
I don't think he did.
No, he did get it off. Okay,
right.
I just never saw no. I saw no gentleman in the black and white striped shirt give any type of signal.
Heads up play by Charbonneau there.
Save 5 yards.
Yeah. 2nd and 10 from the 40 for Charbonneau. Man in motion is Edward. Charbonneau looking downfield, and he throws that one away as well. The last couple plays, he's had Edward down here in the flat. He just doesn't like, for whatever reason, he doesn't like that look.
Right.
Wants to go the other way.
So we got a couple flags there, Jeremy. I'm afraid it's going to be holding on the Bulldogs.
Okay.
I think number 66 had a little too much cloth in the hand.
Holding will be the call.
That's unfortunate. Sometimes when you get your name called as a lineman, it's for something that you did wrong.
You're right.
Unfortunately, that's Lane Beebe, number 66. I mean, there's holding on most. I'd say 80% of the plays. It's just a matter whether you get caught or not.
That is true, and probably at the college and pro level as
Oh
well.
yeah. You're taught to keep your hands inside, and you can hold as long as you're inside.
So that will mark the ball at the 30, second and 20 for the Bulldogs. 2:30 left in this first half. Man in motion is Edward, and here's underneath to Goodland. Goodland across the 35, dives ahead just shy of the 37, gets some of the yards back.
Yeah, it gets about an 8-yard pickup, but I think our timing was just a hair bit off of the lineman there on that little slip screen, but it gets us I don't know if it's a manageable 3rd and 14, but we're closer than we were.
So the Bulldogs, as far as the scoreboard shows, have one timeout left, 1:55 on a 3rd and 14. We've got twins at the top and bottom of your screen. Charbonneau. Here's the draw to Edward. Edward breaks a couple of tackles.
Nice.
Still on his feet.
Here we go.
Pirate territory.
Woo!
Across the 45 to the 43-yard line. That was a pretty gutsy call on 3rd and 14.
Yeah, go 4 wide and just run the quarter or the draw right up the middle. He was able to run off to the left side, make a couple cuts, get away from some Pirates, and pick up a first down.
Yeah.
Well done, Bulldogs.
Tristan Edward. Trenton Edward. Tristan is dad. He probably won't mind if I call him that. Here's Edward again. Jet sweep to the right. We got a flag on the play as Edward gets across the 35 to the 33-yard line. John, I'm pretty sure that's going to be a hold.
Yeah, he threw it right in the area of the offensive line. And then immediately the player from Bristow said, "Yeah, I was held."
Again, let us know if everything's going well for you at home. And that was an illegal.
Oh, I missed it.
It couldn't have been a pass. We didn't pass it. I thought he tapped his head. So that's usually illegal man downfield.
That's what that usually means, yeah, but that was a running play, so.
Maybe I caught the tail end of it, but I could have sworn he was tapping his head.
Right.
In any event, the ball is placed back on the Bulldog side of the 50 to the 46-yard line, and now it's going to be first. And
well, we got second on the down marker, but first on the scoreboard.
Okay.
So there's a miscommunication.
So we know the distance. It's 20 yards.
Right.
So we'll see what happens with Charbonneau. Charbonneau wheels it over, and that's Steele in the flats. And Steele, I think he was ready to run before he caught it.
Right. Yeah, I think he took his right eye and looked upfield before he was secured that ball. First things first, got to catch the ball, get it tucked, and once you got it tucked, then you can make your move towards the end zone.
And in all fairness, Steele is usually the lead blocker here.
Right.
So we'll give him a break on maybe a once-a-game pass that was thrown to him. Although he did make a big play on the previous fake punt. Here's Charbonneau. Charbonneau with some nifty moves.
Wow.
Oh, he's still on his feet.
Oh, look at this. Horse collar.
Yep.
Right there.
So we're going to add 15 yards to that to about a 25-yard run. He just refused to go down, John.
That's will not be denied.
Just
That's
continued,
awesome.
hopped over a couple of tacklers, stiff arm, and then we're going to have a horse collar to add on to that, another 15 yards as the flags came in as Charbonneau goes to the turf.
And they're probably looking at the positive side of it. At least we got him down. Otherwise,
he would have been dancing in the purple.
Dancing, yeah.
He'd have been doing his best version of Prince.
Purple rain, purple rain.
So we're having a little bit of discussion on what. Whoa! Okay. Are they going to call a face mask? Wow. Okay. So Charbonneau, I guess, is going to be called for the stiff arm face mask.
Interesting.
Wow. I did not see that coming.
I definitely saw a horse collar tackle. He grabbed him in the back, pulled him down from the back.
If anything, I would think
offsetting?
that, yes.
Offsetting.
But
read your mind.
Apparently not. So we are
replay.
Wagner still gets the first down.
So we're going to reset and they're still not set. They're going to go ahead and go with the play. Here's Charbonneau way downfield. That's Coleman. Coleman makes the adjustment. And the score.
Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Touchdown, Wagoner.
Right back at you.
Anthony Coleman great adjustment. And here's what I thought they were going to blow the call dead because the down markers were not set.
They were not. Chains were still moving. They had the main down marker barely there, but the chain king was still moving. So usually you don't let them. I guess the down marker is really all that matters because that's where the ball is.
Well,
but
both
great
of them were
catch.
scrambling.
Right.
And we went ahead and made the snap, and great connection from Charbonneau to Coleman. That's Coleman's second long reception.
Big play.
We thought he had it the previous one for a touchdown. This one was absolutely no doubt.
That's right. And he did make it, like you said, made a good adjustment on the ball because it was ball actually came over the opposite shoulder. So he had to turn his head and turn his upper body around to be able to catch that. And he secured it in and easy walked into the end zone.
That was Butler 3 for 3 now for Rhett Butler, the sophomore kicker. And we called his name many times as a freshman last year.
That's right, yeah. He got in some action last year and was able to get his name in the paper, as we say.
Yep.
When you score points, you get your name in the paper.
So it looks as though maybe Butler is going to take care of the extra points, and Belong will take care of the kickoffs.
The punt. Yep. And the punts.
That's
right. So Pirates are down 21-7 here with about, I don't think our time's right on the clock.
Yeah. Well, so Keaton Kong has, I see his comment. He thought as well that it was a horse collar.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's history now.
History now. We got 7.
So the Bulldogs score, according to the scoreboard, it's 20 seconds left, and in this first half. But those last couple of sequences of events were a little crazy out here.
Right.
So, and just when we were talking about Belong taking care of the kickoffs, here's Rhett Butler.
Oh.
At the 40, he'll kick it away.
Onside?
Oh, that's a live ball, and it goes out of bounds. Boy, that was a real bullet dodge by the Pirates there. So we talked about it on that fake punt. Condit has no problem rolling the dice, and we see it again right here.
Yeah. He's been coaching for a long time. 19 years at Wagoner, and probably another maybe 8 or 10 before that, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Because we actually graduated together at OU, went same class in 1994. So
okay.
We go back. That is 30 years exactly?
Yes, it is.
So that's about right. 19 years at Wagoner, maybe 8 or 10 years somewhere else.
30 years as my class just celebrated our 30th a couple of weeks tonight.
Oh,
here's a quarterback, and he is sacked in the backfield.
Easy, Alex, easy.
That's Shield Knight, Von Holt. And I thought I saw a third.
Yeah, there's 3 Bulldogs in on that one.
So when your defense is playing like this, then it doesn't necessarily look like a gamble.
Right.
And that will be the end. John, to be honest, I'm a little surprised that it ended that way.
Right.
With 20 seconds. Well, unless the scoreboard was not right.
Right.
The scoreboard did say 20 seconds, and it looked like the Pirates had all 3 timeouts. They're at midfield. Maybe the time was not actually 20 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. It had 20 on the left side of the colon.
072 and I-20. 072 I-20.
We're playing bingo tonight, Jeremy.
Okay. We are at halftime, folks. Wagner Bulldogs 21. Bristow Pirates 7. At the end of one, John, it was all tied up at 7.
That's right.
And the Bulldogs just took over the second quarter.
Yeah, Bristow scored on the opening drive. They took it down and took it to the south end zone and scored. And then Bulldogs come back with 21 unanswered points. So,
okay.
Yeah, we've done all right. I don't think we've turned the ball over.
Okay.
Had a few uncostly penalties, but then Bristow has had some uncostly penalties actually benefited us. So that's the ball game sometimes. So we're halfway there. We got a 21-7 lead on a balmy Friday night.
Yes, very. I may have been running to Walmart, but I know you guys were staring into the sun.
Yeah, Garrett's got a nice little glow on the forehead.
So we appreciate your patience at home. And I was going to check our Facebook page right quick.
Big Chiropractic, Blake and Danielle Jones.
And let's see. All right. So comments are rolling in. And John, looks like we got the Von Holt family. So
Yes.
we know that's number 56 down in the white jersey for the Bulldogs along the defensive line. Had a heck of a game last week for sure.
He did. Yeah, I think his granddad is Mitch Bryan.
Okay.
Coweta, who's the
I
famous
believe I
Bryan
heard
brothers.
that. Yep.
Mitch Bryan, Steve Bryan, Ricky Bryan, all from Coweta that ended up all three played at my alma mater. So Mitch has been at the last couple games at home. So that's been nice to visit with him.
Oil Company, Mamacitas, Mexican
Yes, he had a really solid game last week. Was making some plays on the opposite side of the ball, and that's really awesome. Good sized lad too.
Yeah.
I think he's 6'3" or 6'4" and 250.
So the fans at home were a little confused because we started with the iPad with no commentary,
Right.
and we switched over to our normal setup. And so everybody's like, "Hey, where to go? Where to go?" And I think everybody's back straight to where it is now.
So it's two separate streams, right?
Well,
you had a stream with the iPad.
yes. And so we had to end that to
And
start
stop,
the
right.
new
Then
one.
you start a next stream, so they're like lost. Like, oh, what happened? So yeah, sometimes that happens when stuff doesn't cooperate. We have to end one stream and start a new one.
I believe I remember Shirley Harkins from last week watching from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yes.
Says go Kale. She's back with us again this week, and we appreciate all those that have stayed with us. John, the first 2 weeks were just it was just a disaster. How about that?
Yeah, we're gonna forget about that.
So
we're gonna look forward. It's gonna be a bright season.
Give a shout out to my cousin. Says go Dogs on our Facebook page. That's Dave Redfern. Dave Redfern Jr. That is.
Yep.
And we appreciate him logging on. And Karen, no doubt, next to him watching as well. Karen and Dave Redfern. Dave, if I remember correctly, probably about a 77, 78 grad, I believe. And you can punch me next time you see me if I added a few years to you. I know his youngest sister, Cindy, I believe was an 82 grad.
That sounds about right.
And so there were four of them. There was Cindy, there's Pam, there's Lisa, and Davey was the oldest. Sorry about that, Davey. I'm sorry to out you like that, but you are the oldest. But
I still drive by their old household, Dave Redfern's old house. They're on just right down the street from Maple Park.
Yep, right there on Northeast
Second Street. Yeah.
Yep.
Just drive by there, and I just think that's where Big Dave lived.
So
Dave Senior, I should say.
Yep. So let's see who else we got on here. Lori Manise, thanks for logging on. Nikki Mitchell sounds great, and Jinx. Lacey Klinger, Andra Sterling, and Emily Potts, seventh grade math, Wagner Middle School. Got it on her big screen there and gave us a shot of that.
Awesome.
So,
and she didn't have to tilt her TV.
No.
Thank goodness.
And now it does look like when we get, if we're going to go to the bottom of the south end zone, they're catching the speaker here.
Yeah.
I think that's what that little part right there
is. That is speaker. So that's what your guys are hearing on the PA announcer, unfortunately. We kind of got last dibs on the setup, so we got stuck behind the speaker. We are on top of the press box.
Yeah, we are there.
Got a good view.
Stacy Vinson said all's good from Rocky Point, America.
Rocky Point.
Also Wagner Middle School teacher. And we appreciate everyone that's logged on tonight. And through the thick and thin, the Friday Night Bulldog fans will remain faithful. And they're at least 99% of them are very, very patient with us and just thankful for video or audio.
Right.
And it's kind of an extra bonus this year to get both.
Yeah, we've had to climb that hill, as they say, or break through those walls because it has been challenging with the technology. But fortunately tonight, got a new piece of hardware and plugged it in, and boom, instant. I think I saw Garrett crack a smile. Like, it worked. It really worked.
So
It really worked. He may have done a couple jumps on the press box silently. And
shout out to Bristow Walmart for having the part that we needed.
yes, thank you, Bristow Walmart. We supported your local economy.
So
Thank you so much.
Neil King, we'll see you. Appreciate Neil and the support he's given Friday Night Bulldogs over the years. Here's a name that you'll recognize: Sean Cox.
Sean Cox. Yes, I do recognize the Cox name.
Says "Go
His-
Dogs,"
His
looking
dad
good.
was a teacher.
Yep. Sean, I believe, graduated my oldest brother in '88.
That sounds
so
about right. Yeah,
we
he's a
appreciate.
year behind me.
And Hutch, great picture and sound tonight. Appreciate that. Connor also looking for that horse collar tackle.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was definitely horse collar. I don't know how they didn't see that. But
Got MW Duck giving up the score update for those at home and may not be able to see the scoreboard, but we do have the scoreboard. Hopefully, we'll get that updated for you. And let's see who else we got. Chris Cravat. He's an old Bulldog from about 2009 era, somewhere in there, give or take a few. Appreciate you logging on, Chris. Michelle, I won't give your age away. But Michelle is a great supporter of Friday Night Bulldogs. And Michelle Appleton, Kirk Appleton, both Wagoner grads, and logging on tonight to watch the Bulldogs. As of right now, as far as the second quarter is concerned, took control and have not looked back.
yeah, 21 unanswered points there for the Bulldogs. So that is a way to. We kind of got punched in the mouth, I guess, on the first drive, and we retaliated and came back with 21 points. So well done, dogs.
And the Pirates.
Playing our fight song.
Yes.
Yeah, in honor of us.
There you go. They finished their halftime show for the home fans, and we apologize a little bit of talking through that, but we've had quite a bit to talk about this first half and that disastrous first quarter, but
Yeah, we were
then
pretty
a
much
triumphant second quarter.
right. We were pretty much radio silent the first quarter. I just gave a couple recaps while you were at Walmart, getting that piece of hardware there, and that's kind of saved us tonight. So thank you.
Gavin Trueblood logging back on in upstate New York tonight.
New York.
Gavin, also around that, I believe the '06 era, between '06, maybe 2010, somewhere around there. I may be way off though. But we appreciate him logging on. Jermaine Sherman. Oh, Jermaine. Jermaine, the main event Sherman. He was part of that Bulldog offense when Coach Condit first got here back in 2005. And he was it was either Jermaine Big Play Sherman or the main event Sherman. I think it was the main event. I can't remember which one I called him, but Jermaine, you can give me what it was. But all right, Gavin, I thought I was pretty close. He said 2005, 2009. I was off a year, so
it's pretty good.
But we do appreciate everyone logging on tonight, and it sounds like and looks like that it's going well for you, and we hope to ride this wave all the way to the state championship.
Yes. Yeah, it would be awesome if that little piece of hardware fixed all our issues, because we've replaced other things along the way. So you just kind of go one at a time, and I think we got her.
So we still doesn't look like the Bulldog band will take the field. Looks like they're in relax mode over there. So I don't think they're going to be playing any specials from the stands either. So, John, we're still 10 minutes away from the third quarter getting started.
That's right. Yeah, it's like I said, it's a balmy evening, but it's good to be here on a Friday night in Bristow, Oklahoma. I haven't been to this stadium. It's not really close to the facilities. It's
a few miles away,
a couple miles away from their campus, but it is a really nice facility. They've got a nice track around it, all weather track, and it looks great. LED lighting, and great night to be a Bulldog. We're up 21-7.
going back to our chat room there in our YouTube channel. Got Mario Young watching from Stillwater. Mario, I hope everything's going great for you and your family. Had a couple of kids come through Wagner High. I already said hello to Chris and Dismay. Thanks for the comment. Old Prince. Prince, hope you're doing well.
How many viewers we have
Right
tonight?
now, we are at 198 right now that are watching.
Okay. So they may have lost the first stream
Yep.
and haven't converted to the second stream. So there is another stream, Bulldog Nation. If you want to jump on that, we've got things going with the HD camera this time.
Well, John, it may be that they know it's halftime, so they're getting their
taking a break,
popcorn and Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
So as we say that, we're back up to 200 now.
Okay.
So
usually we hover around the 350 mark, I think. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
300, 350.
And we may just not have known that that we were going to be up and running because, again, the last 2 weeks it's not been so.
Yeah, we may have got kicked to the curb, but come back, Bulldogs.
Yes.
Come back. We're up and running now. I think we are on the right track.
Let's see who else we got going on here.
What's Murphy's Law say? You think things are going good and you see the light at the end of the tunnel? You just hope it's not an oncoming train.
Oh, Sean says success tonight just proves old people can still use the remote control. Great job, guys.
The clicker. It's called the clicker.
Gavin commenting again, John. He is a Marine, and he just commenting that he's. Whoa, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen.
Direct your attention down towards the scoreboard. You'll see
knocked something over. So hopefully that squeal wasn't too bad. But Gavin was just commenting about he was glad that we were able to stream it through YouTube because he was in the Middle East last year watching. So
worldwide, we're
worldwide, free and live and worldwide, and has been, John, again for 16 seasons. This goes all the way back to 2009, and many of our fans who may have just now joined us in the last couple of years, especially last year, because the previous year or two before that, there were some things that went on, and it was a lot of times only video, and sometimes it wasn't that, especially in the away games. So a lot of people coming back, a lot of people just now realizing what Wagner is able to do, and many schools are doing this. Bristow, I think, is right next to us. But back in 2009, I believe we were one of like 5 schools in the entire state that were doing this.
Yeah. Pioneers.
There you go.
Innovators. Trendsetters.
Okay, Gavin. Gavin corrected me. He started out in the Marines and then transferred into the Army, where he's been serving. So
appreciate your service, Gavin.
Absolutely. So next week, John, we will be in Fort Gibson. Obviously, we got a half of a game to play here, but just to give the Bulldog fans an update, if they aren't aware of the schedule, next week we will be traveling to Fort Gibson.
At Fort Gibson.
And John, you'll actually be out of town, so we're going to have a guest host.
Nice.
I'll just say this:
Blake Shelton.
Almost.
Oh, he's tomorrow. Forget. He'll be in Norman tomorrow.
So this gentleman is no stranger to Bulldog football. He's no stranger to Wagner, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
He is very, very closely connected to Wagner Bulldog football.
He's tight.
Yes. And he will be with us next week as John will be out of town, but we'll be bringing you the live action from Fort Gibson, America. In our first district game, John.
Oh, that's first district game. Okay, Fort Gibson Tigers. Yeah, they've been a district foe for a long time, many years.
And hashtag sweepstakes to give us home field advantage.
Gavin, remembering when the Friday Night Bulldogs started, is right after he had graduated and got into the service, and telling us about appreciating bringing a little piece of home back to him.
Isn't it nice to be able to get onto the internet when you're halfway across the world and see something familiar that, the school that you went to, your alma mater, your You're high school, you're a Bulldog for life, and you can watch that when you're, away from your family, halfway across the world. It's a different feeling when you don't have the ones you love close by.
Absolutely.
So that makes the heartstrings pull a little bit.
So you have a live shot at the scoreboard right now. There's still plenty of time to go get your favorite drink and your favorite snack. As John, I want to revisit something that we talked about last year. Through some difficulties, the sound wasn't that great. But why don't you tell the Bulldog fans at home again about the old pieces of the press box and
Okay.
what your brother did with that?
Yeah, this is a pretty cool story. So the old press box, like when I played there back in the mid '80s, they took that down. I'm going to say, I don't know exactly what year, maybe 95 to 2000. They took that press box down, and it was small press box. So my brother Brent is in a
Double decker.
yeah. It was a yeah. No, was it?
That might have come later.
I can't
Maybe the
remember.
new one
Maybe it
was
was.
double.
Yeah, I can't remember if that was a double. I don't think it was.
Well, let's
But
just say that it's nothing compared to what we have
right,
now.
but yeah, it's nothing but care. But Brent staked claim on that, and he did not want that destroyed because the dad was the
Sure.
announcer. Oh, I think at least 15, probably
Mm-hmm.
15 years of voice of the Bulldogs,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "I want that. I want that press box." So he took the press box and transported it. I don't know how he did that. I'm sure he put it on some kind of trailer or flatbed and a semi and transported it to he bought 60 acres by the Verdigris River in
Okay.
between Coeta and Wagner, and he decided he wanted to build a cabin just out at one of the 60 acres. There's no, kind of off the grid.
Yeah.
So he started building this cabin and got the foundation, put it up on piers because it's in a flood area because of the river, but rose it about, I don't know, 4 feet off the ground. Got it built, got it framed. So out of just about a 3 or 4 year project. And next thing you know, he takes the press box and puts it on top as a tower. It's like 3 stories tall
Oh, wow.
up on top of this cabin. So it's actually you can look out and it looks just like the press box. It overlooks the whole 60 acres all the way to the river. And when he did that, and we went out there for the first time, I was so amazed, and I think my jaw dropped, and it was like, how in the world do you have that vision? And that's just the way he is. He sees things and he gets it done. So, props to Brent Page for honoring Dad with that press box and building, and he calls it the Page Family Cabin. And
Okay.
it's just out there on 60 acres, and now he's got electric to it. He's got a well out there. He's got running water, electric. He's got internet. So
Wow.
it's pretty wild how that's become the family cabin. So he's lets family stay there when they come to town. So it's pretty awesome.
So Judy Pinner texted me. Looks like they've got a little bit of watch party back at the Pinner house, and here's a name that you'll recognize. Bill Teague is watching
Teague.
at the Pinners.
Yep.
Mr. Teague, my principal coming through Maple Park back when that was called that, now named after him,
That's
Teague
right.
Elementary.
Number
Watching tonight with the Pinners. Appreciate you guys logging on.
074.
And Brett, see that you tried to comment there. Brett Green, if it's the one I remember, is a 91 grad of Wagner. Appreciate him logging on. And then Gavin gave us an update. He says he thinks that he's watched Friday Night Bulldogs in 5 different countries and 15 different states. How about that?
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's really cool.
Speaking of that, if you are a follower of our Facebook page, you will see the cover photo, and we call it the FNB World, and it shows every country that we have that Bulldog football has been streamed, and it includes China, Indonesia, Australia, South Korea, Japan. A lot of Middle Eastern countries, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan, or
What?
Kazakhstan,
Oh,
sorry,
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, and even in Djibouti, Africa.
Djibouti.
So,
I just like to say that. It reminds me of the movie Major League when he had the bat Jabu. Or he would take his bat and honor the god. I think he called his bat Jabu. Trying to remember.
let's
Can't believe I
see.
forgot that. The one with Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen, Major League.
All right. So the home toad is his screen name. Class of 69, watching from Cortez, Colorado, right at the Four Corners. So if you, hey, home toad, if you want to take your mobile device and then just go to the Four Corners, we can say one person
Oh,
watched.
four states?
Yes, yes.
New Mexico, Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
Arizona,
Mm-hmm.
Utah,
And I think it's Texas.
and the Four Corners.
Texas, Colorado, New Mexico, and you would think from a geography teacher I'd know my states, but it's been a while since I've been teaching geography.
Texas, New Mexico, Colorado,
It might be
Arizona.
Oklahoma.
Nah. Well, if it's the Four Corners, Four Corners.
I'm sure home total will straighten us out here.
Yeah. Please help us.
I think I'm going east. I think we're supposed to be going west. So
yeah, I was thinking New Mexico,
Utah,
Arizona, Colorado, and maybe Utah.
Nevada. So anyway, sorry for embarrassing everybody from graduating from Wagner as we're trying to determine where the Four Corners
It's been
are.
a few years. I don't remember everything I was taught.
All right, Coconator 04 watching from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Appreciate you logging on and everyone that has and comments, or if you just here for the football, that's okay too.
30.
So it looks like we're still playing bingo here in Bristow, America.
Get those cards out. Get your dauber.
Let's see who else. Jeff Williams. Hope. Okay. All right. I know he was struggling with some health situations earlier this week, and looks like he's at home and glad to be watching the Bulldogs taking care of Pirates.
That's right. So, Jeremy, we'll get the ball here in the second half. We deferred on the first half and then give Bristow the ball. So we will receive the kick. I'm pretty sure we'll receive it in the north end zone. Bristow will be kicking from the south end.
And you haven't missed any. I know we've been talking for a long time here, John, but there is, since the Bristow band left the field, there has not been anything other than bingo going on.
And not even a breeze. Not even a breeze. I would take a nice, hey, God, if you're up there listening, just give me a nice little 8-mile-an-hour breeze from the north. And that would be awesome.
Catch up on our Facebook page. Mary Elledge, appreciate the comment there on our Facebook page. Coleman, that's her baby. Anthony Coleman, who has had 2 huge receptions in that second quarter to open things up for the Bulldogs.
26?
Yes.
So he is actually back to, let's see. Is he back to receive? Nope. Got number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6, the one that took back, got to get his name. He took it back our first kickoff and ran it back about 60 yards.
Okay, so this is number 6. This is him right here.
Yep.
Number 6 still on his
Pierce is what I
okay,
have.
Pierce. And that's why we don't necessarily the number is a little bit different for us because I believe DJ wore 20
Yeah,
last year.
he didn't wear number 6.
So Pierce with a great return to open this second half.
And he's got probably almost 100 yards in return yards already.
He's going to get to the 47-yard line. Bulldogs will set up shop there. Amy Cantrell, appreciate a shout out there on our Facebook page. Christy Vunitich is 21-7. I know you guys made these comments a few minutes ago, but you're just now looking at the start of the second half.
So, Jeremy, if we can take this ball and march it right down the field, set the pace for the second half, we'll have good control of this ball game.
And right now, Charbonneau gets into Pirate territory to the 47-yard line, and we may see a big dose of number 4 on this drive. Eat some time away and maybe seal the deal with a late third quarter touchdown.
Second down.
Yeah, he's not fancy when he runs, but man, he runs so hard. Strong runner, strong legs, good base. Is able to see the field really well. And just because somebody's in front of him in an opposite colored jersey doesn't mean he's going down.
Second and 4.
Quick hitter.
Quick screen to Coleman. We just talked about Mary, and she is able to see her son get to the 30-yard line. Big receiving night for Anthony Coleman.
Yeah, he's done well. He's got, I don't know, I don't keep the statistics, but I'm sure he's got probably close to 100 yards
Yeah,
receiving.
for sure.
And that being up a Bulldog first down.
That would put him over 100 for sure, as he had two big catches early on. Here he is again, pretty much the same play, and he's going to pick up about 5, maybe 6 to the 25. And Kevin Collier, he's chiming in. He's going to clear things up. We did need to go west and include Utah.
Okay. Sometimes I'm right. Most of the time I'm wrong. Every once in a while, they say a squirrel finds a nut. But yeah, that play worked once. It worked again. Run it till they stop it. So
second and 4. And this time it's Charbonneau straight up the middle.
Nothing there.
And defensive line does a good job of closing in on that.
They've probably seen us run that a few times. If they were scouting film, they've seen Charbonneau draw up the middle.
All right, Chad, man. He's a classmate of mine watching from Forum America. Appreciate you logging on, Chad. And then Coach DJ, is he calls himself. We just talked about DJ Pierce. That's his uncle watching from North Carolina tonight, John.
Hey, Tar Heel State.
So here we go with a third, we'll call it 5, just outside the Pirate 25. Here is Edward. Edward over the left side, and he is cut down short of the 20-yard line.
He's about a yard short, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.5 feet.
And I don't think we're going to see any hesitation here. Fourth, and we're going to call it a short yard here, and probably going to see a power formation, and it'll probably just be Charbonneau following his center, Dax Griffin.
I imagine so. Yeah, foot on the gas here. And a lot of times when I would go with the quarterback under center, but they still go shotgun. But there we go. Quarterback under center here.
Now here we go.
Tush push.
Yeah. And more than enough, and he's still not down as he gets to the 20-yard line. He just needed the 21, but he got plenty of yardage there, John.
Yep. I was just reading the other day that Philadelphia Eagles made that play famous the last couple of years. They call it the tush push, and the center, Jason Kelsey, actually just retired last year, and he said, "I'm so thankful that we don't ever run that play again," because he was the one that actually snapped it,
right,
and had the 22 players piling on top of his back.
Yeah, for sure. Charbonneau does get the first down to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Charbonneau back in the shotgun. Here's Edward. Edward bounces to the outside, picks up a block downfield from Coleman, and Edward will get inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
He went down a little hard, Jeremy, the way he landed.
Uh-oh. He is still down here on the sidelines. And Trenton Edward, hopefully going to, as the coaches make their way to this side of Pirate Field, and he is sitting up. And I'm with you, Johnny. It went down a little awkwardly, kind of head first there into the turf.
And that tackler landing on top of him, actually driving him down into the turf. So it's not too serious.
So remember, there was a flag on the play.
That holding.
Okay. Holding is the call, and as they are still attending to Edward on the sideline. And he is up on his feet, John, and that's good news for everybody involved. It looked like he maybe something with his shoulder as he's kind of walking gingerly with that arm up around the stomach area. And as we always talk about, we're not supposed to assume, and we always do.
Well, because we've been around the sport.
Yeah.
We kind of, for years, so you kind of have an idea of what part of the body is usually injured. You can't speculate on what the injury actually is, but at least the part of body that they're favoring.
He is walking off on his own power, and looks like he's just going to stand over there and shake it off a little bit and then come back in, because I saw him kind of wave off the coach as if he didn't need assistance.
I'll be all right, Coach. I'll be all right. Rub some dirt on it, but there's no dirt here. It's artificial turf.
Yes.
Got to find something else to do.
It's a beautiful field.
Yeah.
and got the track surrounding it. So here is the Bulldogs on a 1st and 20 now after the holding call. Here's underneath to Caden Ford.
Nice
Ford gets almost all of the penalty yardage back as he cut down at the 21-yard line. And going back to that 4th and short play, Dax Griffin, we talked a little bit about it, I believe, last week or maybe the first week, making the move to center this year and doing a great job as he was able to lead Charbonneau forward. He needed about half, 3/4 yard and got a full 2.
Yep.
I always want to give a shout out to our Hogs down
front.
there
It's in the trenches.
Yep. So they gave him 8. It'll be 2nd and 12. Here's Charbonneau looking downfield. Got a man. Oh,
Nice
what a
move.
wide wheel. Wow. And that is Coleman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Anthony Coleman, that might be textbook wheel route right there.
He just made an awesome move after the catch. Actually dipped back into the inside of the field and left the defenders on the outside and made a cut for the end zone and was able to get in for his 2nd touchdown of the evening.
I'm calling it a wheel. It's more of a curl. And he just curled right around the defenders and went in for the score for his 2nd touchdown of the game. That one about a 22-yarder. So now we're getting close to 150 yards for Coleman receiving.
Whoa, we didn't do something right there. Somebody was moving before the ball was snapped.
Left a little early as the Bulldogs actually were going to go for the 2-point conversion there as they saw a little bit of an opening. And for those that don't know at home, the reason why they line up to the side like that every time is they have somebody out there that looks over the defense and decides, hey, the way that they're lined up, we can get the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they actually call it, in the old days, they call it the swinging gate.
Yes.
So they would actually call it a gate over there. And some of the, old school coaches, as Brett Butler converts there for the extra point.
A little bit longer extra point there as they backed up 5 yards, but Butler makes it 4 for 4 for the night.
Yeah, so that swinging gate gives you some options. So you'll have like 3 men on the line of scrimmage around the ball, sometimes just the center.
Mm-hmm.
And an up back, and that was McHenry, the backup quarterback, Stylen McHenry, taking the snap there, and he was basically just going to run it up the gut and go 3-on-3 and see if we get our blocks in, and it'd just be up to him to try to get that 3 yards into the end zone. So Bulldogs up 28-7 with 7:33 left in the 3rd quarter. And they will line up on the north end, which is the right side of your screen, kicking to the south end as the Pirates receive with number 84, back deep. Up back's number 18 and can't see the number.
And
1-something.
Belong will kick this one away this time, John. It was Butler last time. It Belong Zevelin.
He came in with the inside, so
yep, that's true.
Most of the time he lands this on about the 10-yard line.
I'm thinking it's going in the end zone. No, it's going to be at 13. Number 14 from the 13, and he is going to be tackled by number 13, and that is Elijah Love, the first to get him. Looks like Javon Miles also, and then 28, John, is that 3rd Bulldog.
Andrew Rassak.
Okay.
Ball carried by
junior
14,
linebacker, 6 foot, 185.
About a 19-yard return to the 32. And the Pirates are really going to have to answer right here as we're almost halfway through the 3rd quarter. Wagoner 28-7. And John, it seems as though since that first drive of the Pirates, they've really struggled since.
Yeah, we've been able to shut them down and got pressure on the quarterback here. Charbonneau makes a stick with Bryce Steele on the assist for a loss of 2.
We'll catch up on our Facebook page. Pete Wyatt says he's watching from Newmarket, Tennessee, wearing his Dub cap. His D-U-B, Dubtown cap.
Oh, Dubtown, yeah. Got to have the Dubtown. Throw up your Dub.
So Connie Taylor Merker is also Tiffany, her daughter. They are watching from New Hampshire, and pretty much that's
nice
Connie
tackle.
has been Miss Connie has been a staple of Friday Night Bulldogs for a long time, and she's watching from New Hampshire tonight.
New Hampshire. That's what I bet the foliage is beautiful this time of year.
Absolutely.
One of these days, going to get up there and see that foliage. So Anthony Coleman, number 26, there with a good open field tackle. The Pirates may have picked up one on the play.
So it's going to be 3rd and 12 from the 30. Probably going to be 3rd and 7 now.
We can't do that. We can't do that. Well, got a little eager.
And I don't know if there's a student section. They may have left already, but
They're
that's
down there.
That's the old clap. If you
That's-
can do that.
I see them. I see them. They're still standing. They're here. They're supporting.
The ball is at the 35-yard line, 3rd and 7 for the Pirates. Scoreboard should be correct for you at home. 28-7 Bulldogs. We are 6 minutes in to the third quarter. Pressure put on, rolls to his left, heaves it downfield, and number 3, Matson Swanson.
No!
Oh, my goodness. Number 3, Matson Swanson looked to have great closing speed there as the Pirates had a couple of steps on him and looked to get there right at the last minute and swat that one away, but the men in black and white saw otherwise.
They saw something different. So they're going to call pass interference on Wagoner. We do have an injured Bulldog back on the 30-yard line. So there will be a timeout for injured player.
And I don't think they see him so far.
And
there it is. The ball will be placed at the 50-yard line. Didn't get that number there that's down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I can't tell.
As he is on his back
trying to figure out who's in the huddle.
Line.
I thought it may have been Bryce Steele. I thought I saw a 3. I don't want to speculate too much, but I'm looking to see who's in the huddle over there.
Well, there's a 42,
Okay.
Gavin Miller.
Gavin Miller.
So you had the 2 right, just needed the 4.
Okay.
But he's going to walk on his own power, and hopefully that's just a cramp. He's kind of walking like that. So Gavin Miller, the senior, I believe he plays defensive end.
Outside linebacker, defensive end.
Yep.
Where do you want to go?
So with that penalty assessed, the Pirates will have the ball at midfield, 1st and 10, 5:57 left in this third quarter.
Bristow shifts 3 from the left side to the right side. Bulldogs adjust, coming on a blitz. Ball's on the ground. Here's Shield Knight.
And Shield Knight makes sure he does not go anywhere else but to the ground, as number 1 was lucky to hold on to the ball.
Right. Yeah, he got back there pretty quick, Jeremy. If that ball would have stayed on the ground, I'm sure his mouth was drooling for a scoop and score.
Yeah, for sure. A loss of 9 back to the 41, 2nd and 19 for Bristow. Quarterback has been number 7 all night long. He's taking care of the punting chores as well. Or no, I'm sorry, that's
number 6.
6. I believe I've seen number 7 back there, and maybe I haven't. So here's a handoff, bounces to the outside. He's still on his feet, and he is tripped up from behind by
Bo
McFarley. Yep. He'll get a little bit of that lost yardage back. Pick up of 3 maybe to the 44-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 16 now for the Pirates. And, John, you almost have to believe that they've got to continue this drive and not punt it away. There's just time is not on their side.
Right, that's true, Jeremy. Yeah, as it gets down later in the third quarter, they've got to kind of make something happen. But the Bulldog defense has stood firm.
3rd and 16.
As they jump. Legals, that's going to be a false start on the Pirates. Center didn't know the snap count. Or he didn't know the snap count.
False start against Bristow.
So it'll be placed at the 39-yard line. Now we have a 3rd and 21 for the Pirates. Trips to the bottom of your screen with the quarterback and running back in the backfield. And they're going to go the opposite way on an, oh my goodness. It was a little option play, and
somebody ate that up.
Is that Pierce? No, that's McFarland, number 9. Bo McFarland put a helmet right in the chest of that running back and drove him backwards.
Let him eat. Let him eat.
Good job,
A loss back to the 35-yard line, and it is 4th and a country mile. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. We're under 4 minutes here. And the punter for the Pirates will punt it away.
Not quite as good as in the past, but they'll get a little roll.
That bounce is really effective as it bounces inside. Well, it's going to be rolled dead just at the 25-yard line. With 3:31 left in the third quarter, the Bulldogs in control, 28-7.
So we got Anthony Coleman with 2 receiving touchdowns and Cale Charbonneau, number 4, with 2 rushing touchdowns. The Bulldogs have scored 28 unanswered points against the Pirates. Pirates struck. English teacher.
Hey,
Sorry, everybody. Struck. I wanted to say struck, as the Bristow Pirates struck first.
Well, John, after the early evening that we had, and it actually started with the trip up here.
Yes. This is something else.
Well, I'll come back to that after this play here on a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Here is Tristan Edward.
Successful play all night.
He's still on his feet.
Pitched it. Oh! Did you see that?
It's Aben Touchdown, Bulldogs. I'm not sure if he pitched it or not.
That was football. That was football savvy right there.
Avon Goodland with the heads-up play. Trenton Edward on the jet sweep, and he, John. Our stream is a little bit behind live action.
What'd you see?
I think the ball actually came out.
Oh, I was giving him credit for the pitch.
I think it actually popped out, and Goodland was running downfield
right
for
place,
right place at the right time. Well,
golly.
we say that as if it was coincidence, but we know that these Wagoner Bulldog receivers are throwing blocks downfield all the time.
How about that?
And Goodland trying to get that downfield block, and lo and behold, here's a present for him.
How about that?
So I'm not sure if you call that a scoop and score on offense or not, but either way,
6 points.
He called 6 points either way. And the Bulldogs will await the call from the sidelines, and looks like they're going to go for that 2-point conversion now with McHenry in the backfield.
Oh, we can't do that, Anthony.
So we've got
legal procedure.
All start against the offense.
Anthony kind of hit a couple little dance steps towards the end zone.
Got a little confused on the snap count. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And looks like Rhett Butler now is back out on the field with a little longer extra point. Same distance as he did the previous one. We'll see if he can make it 5 for 5. Good snap, good hold, and that kick is no good. He hooked it to the left, John.
Extra point.
Yeah, you got to have a good snap, got to have a good hold, and then you got to step through that ball, and he probably just got a little ahead of it and pulled it to the left. Going back to that play, Jeremy, man, that was something else. I don't know if ESPN is here tonight, but that could have been a top 10. That was pretty electric.
So if y'all want to comment on what you may have seen at home, and Garrett Haddock behind the camera got a great shot of that. And it would have been great if it was a little lateral, but I think it was coming out.
Okay.
So you guys,
he pitched it. But
you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but
he'll probably say he pitched it.
yeah, for sure. I would. That's
so. Yeah, if he did, that's really smart football. You can't coach that.
Josh Andrews in the chat room wanting to know what DJ Pearson's number. He wears 6 now this year. Josh Hewitt, Wagoner grad, appreciate him logging on and making a comment about that pass interference call and on us. Kenny Milton, appreciate you logging on. Kevin Orange, appreciate the comment there. And again, if you guys want to comment on what you may have seen on that, what looked to be that was probably about a 65-yard touchdown run.
One hop, we got it.
And
no,
Okay.
I was hopeful. I was hopeful.
The Pirates able to pounce on that, but great placement by was that Belalong. Okay. If you remember last week, that towel call was Rhett Butler. I think we were able to recover 2 of those, and another 2 were questionable.
So yeah, we had a shot at it.
So the Bulldogs may have found a little bread and butter there on special teams, as the Pirates almost had disaster on that play with 3:12 left in the third quarter. Wagner in control, 34-7. Your scoreboard should be correct at home.
We got this. That's a
it was. Oh my!
Oh.
That is number 10, Avon Goodland. Probably still having a little bit of adrenaline from that touchdown run.
Yeah, that was just good form tackle there.
Absolutely.
That helmet in the breadbasket.
Yep.
Wrap the arms around, pick up, drive the player backwards.
And a good play by the running back to catch it and to hold on to it.
That would have been a live ball.
Yes.
That would have been a fumble because it was a backwards pass.
Here's a pass into the flat, and the catch is made by number 18. He's driven out of bounds by McFarland and gets some of that lost yardage back. But
Williams, number 18 for Bristol.
I'm gonna check our Facebook page, see if anybody saw it differently. Maybe they agree with you, John, that it was a lateral, and he meant every part of it.
All right. Yeah, that was just, it caught my attention when I saw the ball pop up, and it wasn't a forward lateral. He caught it behind him, so reel him in. There we go. Good job. Bryce Steele and number 25.
Johnson looking to pass, decides to.
And Connie commented, talking about that foliage that you mentioned. She said it is beautiful.
Oh, awesome. So that was number 25, Javon Smith there on the tackle.
Greg Hathcote watching from Nixa, Missouri.
I
actually believe that I have been there. Actually was spent a night in the hotel room on our way to Colorado.
How about that?
And here is a punt by the Pirates, and we're going to have
He's got green.
And they got him in the open field. It was Javon Smith who was trying to get over there to seal that last block, but just couldn't get there in time as Ford cut it back to the middle, and they were able to tackle him. But nevertheless, into Pirate territory.
Down at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line.
So the Bulldogs will start with great field position here, Jeremy, on their Pirate 48. With 1:21 left here in the third quarter. If you guys are just joining us, I think most of you have been with us most of the game, but if you just came in, Bristow struck first with 7 points, and then the Bulldogs have put 34 unanswered up.
1:19 left. Here is Charbonneau. Got a man. That's Goodland. Just couldn't reel it in. And it would have been a fingertip grab.
It's well thrown ball. Just a half a step. Yeah, I think that was a wheel route there, Jeremy. Possibly down, out and up. Had the corner beat. Mm-hmm. Safety did not come over. Just out of his reach.
2nd and 10
Line
for
up
the
and
Bulldogs.
try again.
From the Pirate 48, Charbonneau from the shotgun. That's a quick hit
screen.
Over to that's Elijah Love into that's the 42-yard line, and looks like Rachel Bland saying, "Hey everyone! Apparently they got Friday Night Bulldogs at Domino's in Wagner."
Hey,
says after the game, come grab some pizza.
That's awesome. Thanks, Domino's, for sharing the Bulldog love. As they cue the Irish music once again.
3rd and 4. Here's Ford on the jet sweep.
We got a flag.
And he is down the sidelines and finally steps out of bounds at the 26. And John, that's going to come back.
Yeah.
May even have maybe a walk in the back. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
33 seconds left in this third quarter. And that holding call against the Bulldogs.
Holding is the call against Wagner.
It'd be 10-yard penalty. Back them up cross midfield into
Back in our
into
territory. Yeah.
our territory. So
At the 48, just inside the 48-yard line.
John, I really want to know what happened on that little lateral. So if you don't know at home, you can actually back
Rewind
it up
it.
to
Yeah,
that.
you can
Yes.
back it up. Pause it.
Yep.
You can pause it. Do different frames, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Rewind frame.
Yeah, you can. Here's the 3rd and 14.
All out
Sharp and all.
blitz.
Oh, there's a screen
And we got the
underneath
blocks
the four.
downfield.
Four
Make your
trying to
block.
set him up.
Oh.
And he is going to be pushed out of bounds at the 38-yard line. And a couple of blockers
We
were
had 'em.
downfield, but
We had
they
the
were able
blocks.
to knife through to get to Ford. Probably short of first down yardage. Yep. Going to be about a yard short. And that's kind of a go-to play for the Bulldogs. We've seen that underneath screen several times. Usually it's Shield Knight coming across, and this time it was Decaden Ford. And it is going to be 4th and about a football length, maybe longer, 4th and short for Wagoner. And
we're going to have to hustle.
he stepped out of bounds, so the clock has stopped at 12, and they're going to have to call a timeout here, and they do with 1 second left on the 25-second clock. So 12 seconds left in the third quarter. The Bulldogs take a timeout, and will draw up the play with a 4th and 1. And John, as we get ready to head into the fourth quarter, I want to talk about our Friday Night Bulldog sponsors. And even though it started out a little rough tonight, I think tonight is something that they can actually be proud of sponsoring. As the last couple of weeks have been pretty rough around here, but our corporate sponsors, as we still at the tail end of this timeout, Advanced Orthopedics, Cherokee Personnel, Prestige Plumbing, Good Neighbor Realty, Row Insurance, Richard Gray, Kevin Grover GMC, Moore Lancaster, Bank First, Apex Title and Closing, and also Beth Johnson of Good Neighbor Realty. Those are our corporate sponsors of Friday Night Bulldogs. And John, we'll get to the rest of the Bulldogs sponsors after this 4th and short play. Charbonneau up under center, and he's actually going to come out, and he's looking to throw, and this time he just keeps it.
Right.
And I think it was just in case somebody was wondering, why didn't they just fall forward like they always do?
Right.
Well, you always, and that's what I've always liked about Condit as well. We've talked about that he's not afraid to roll the dice. He makes great adjustments.
Right.
At halftime, anytime that the Bulldogs have been down and it looks like it's just over, all of a sudden they're right back in it. That doesn't happen too many times, but when it does, the adjustments are there.
Right.
And so the third thing is, I think he's really good at looking ahead.
Right. Yeah.
And for that play right there, that was for anybody that was watching at home.
Yeah, that's it. Expect the unexpected.
Yes.
Because they had a feeling Charbonneau or the handoff was going up the middle. They broke it outside. He had an option to throw to a receiver. Didn't catch who that was out there in the flats, but he did have an option to throw.
Yep.
But he chose to run instead and ended up picking up a first down. So going back to our sponsors for Friday Night Bulldogs, Jeremy mentioned the corporate sponsors. Thank you for all your support. On the elite sponsorship side, we have Shipman Funeral Home. We have Armstrong Bank there in Wagoner. We have Aspire Health. We also have Arvest Bank, Blue Sky Bank. And then we have the Smoking Sisters on Dewey, and we have the Smoking Sisters on Main. And then we have Meats and More, located out on Highway 69. Have Wagner County Abstract, Al Drug, and last is Bonnie's Flowers. So thank you, elite sponsors, for all your continued support of Wagner Bulldog Athletics.
And no doubt they're probably watching as Trenton Edward on the jet sweep, trying to make that corner, and he's going to be slung out of bounds, but still picks up about 7 yards.
Yeah, he got 7 on the carry around the left side. So very patient runner, kind of waited for things to develop. Probably could have just turned on the jets, but kind of wanted to see what was out in front of him. So we have 11:35 left in the fourth quarter.
And John, back in the day when I'm going to go back to that idea of what we were talking about of looking ahead. Back in the day, we're changing tapes. We're meeting in Walmart parking lots, exchanging VHS tapes of the game. And well, now that that has been gone for a long time, really. Here's
Looking for Shield
Charbonneau,
Knight, overshot him.
and can't find Shield Knight, so the ball falls incomplete. But now it's just you get online, you download the video, but so many times we have seen or we have heard that coaches watch it live on Friday Night Bulldog, and so
Instead of sending a scout to the game, they can just sit at home and watch it. So like Dad, going back in his days in the 60s and 70s, they had all 8mm film. It was actually film on a reel and on a projector, and he had a whole box of film from his days of coaching that when he passed, we had to go through and sort that out.
Here's 3rd and 5, and that's going to be a timeout called from the Bulldogs.
And all that film was in black and white.
Yep.
It was in black and white, so there was no color. Yeah.
We've just started the 4th quarter. We're at 11:05 with the timeout called. Bulldogs have controlled this game since the 2nd quarter. It's 34-7. Scoreboard is correct at home, and so those looking forward and those that may be scouting as we speak, and maybe we just got some armchair quarterbacks that are scouting, and maybe next week they see that formation. Now they know that, oh, there's an option there.
Right, there's an option.
And that very well could have, if the receiver would have been able to communicate a little bit more clearly to Charbonneau. Charbonneau was waving him downfield.
He said, "Go deep."
If he would have taken off, that would have been touchdown.
Right.
So there you have it from the armchair quarterback himself.
Yes, sir. We all got a little bit of that in us.
Let's see.
We got Bo McFarland here split out to the near side. And then the top of your screen is Swanson. And I'm pretty sure, faked it to the left. And Charbonneau right up the middle for the Bulldogs for a pickup of about 2.5 to 3. So that'll bring up 4th down.
And Josh, appreciate you looking back. He's still trying to figure it out. He can't tell, but it says it does not look like an intentional pitch. Josh is watching from Nashville, so those. Speaking of Nashville, I believe Tennessee comes to town, or no?
They're from Knoxville.
Knoxville,
right?
Just down the road from Nashville. Well, about an hour and a half.
It's an hour and a half.
So big game tomorrow for those of you Bulldog fans, and that was quite the collision down there at about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, ball came loose, but I think it was after he was down.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy, big matchup in Norman, Oklahoma tomorrow. I'll be there. Actually got my sideline pass on Wednesday evening, so I was ecstatic because I was like, this is my first SEC game. My son's going to be riding the schooner.
Okay.
I get to be on the sidelines. It's going to be a good day. And then plus ESPN College Game Days there.
Yep. And
then we can't forget about OSU. OSU got a big matchup with Utah.
Yes, Utah.
Coming to town tomorrow, coming to T-Boone Pickens.
Cowboys and the Utes.
Top 20 teams there, and I think Utah was picked pre-conference Big 12 winner.
Okay.
Let's see if the Cowboys can send them packing.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs here on the 12, and that's Edward getting tackled in the backfield. And give a couple more shout-outs. It's Kale's grandpa watching from Coweta. Great Scott Fireworks.
Edwards.
Great Scott.
And then Dwayne Rife.
Johnson for Bristow.
Hope I'm pronouncing that right. He's a Bulldog from 68, watching from Naples, Florida.
Awesome.
Man, it must be tough watching from Naples, Florida.
It's always 82 degrees.
Charbonneau finds that's Ford underneath. And, that's McFarland.
Oh, 3.
No, sorry, John, you had it right to begin with. I saw the curves, but that is Swanson. He walks in for that score. And, again, that underneath screen that we've seen so many times.
Yeah, they didn't pick that up. Somebody didn't make the coverage.
I think he kind of walked in from about the 7. So
coasted in.
So we've got Florida, we've got North Carolina, we've got Colorado, we've got New Hampshire, we've got New York, upstate New York. Appreciate everyone that's logged on, and of course
we got the West Coast. Let us know.
Yeah,
Hawaii, Alaska, Japan.
For those as we watch Butler on the next point attempt, and this time it is good. Butler makes his Bulldogs 41-7 over Bristow. And if you were able to join us, John, there at the beginning and watch the Pirates drive the first drive of the game in for a score, you're thinking we're in for a barn burner.
Kind of got our attention. I mean, sometimes you just need a little wake up call. Yeah. You're like, all right, Bulldogs, they scored first. It's time to strike back. And yeah, we've done really well as we've put up 41 unanswered points on the Pirates here on their home field. This is, I'm not sure how to pronounce is it Hafer or Hoffer? Not really sure how that's pronounced, but Hafer Field here in Bristow, Oklahoma.
And
Hafer Field or Hoffer? The field, is it Hafer?
John, Sean mentioning those films and saying that you could probably hear his mama, Betty Cox, hollering in the background.
That's true.
DJ Pierce's grandma watching from Escorty. Hello, Miss Georgia. Hope you're enjoying Friday Night Bulldogs from home. Hopefully, in that air conditioner is we're about 9:15 or right at 9 o'clock, straight up 9 o'clock, John, and it's still pretty balmy out here.
With 9 minutes left, 9:09 left in the ball game. Yeah, it's just never got that breeze, but that's okay.
Laura Romero shouting out to Matson for that touchdown. Ms. Laura working at Teague Elementary, I believe, and has a daughter that attends the middle school there with us, Aspen, and appreciate them logging on as the Pirates take over 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line with just over 9 minutes to go.
Bristow has trips to the left here at the bottom of your screen as they set up in a single back set. Quarterback looks right, goes deep, got a man, and just missed him. McHenry had a beat on that ball. Wasn't sure whether he wanted to try to go for the interception or make the tackle. A little indecision there, but that ball's incomplete. I'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Pirates.
John, we're going to add one more state, Anna Dickinson, watching from Mount Snow, Vermont, as she has basically all through last year. Yep. All through last year's Friday Night Bulldogs make their return. And so put Vermont on the map just for tonight. We're probably up to about 8 states. And also on our Facebook page, you'll find the FNB World, but you'll also I believe on the YouTube channel, we have the FNB map for the United States, and I think we're down to 4 states that we don't have.
That's awesome.
All the other 46, including Hawaii, including Alaska.
Yep.
We already have those, and I think we're down to 4, and most of them up in the New England area, Massachusetts. And as the quarterback running for his life, I believe that's Javon Smith on the tackle. And as we have done several times in the past, John, when the Bulldogs have it in hand, we start to veer off a little bit of football and talk other things.
Talk about other things. Yeah, I've got my sister that lives in Houston area.
Okay.
She's got brother-in-laws that I think had 2 of them at one time. I think there's only 1 now. They live in Alaska. They're Wagoner Bulldogs.
All right.
So we can get them to give us a shout out. We'll holler at you up in Alaska. I'm sure my sister watching down in the
we may have to turn the volume up a little
Conroe, Texas, and
here is the punt. This is Matson Swanson back to return, and he decides he'll just let that one bounce over his head and will roll dead at the 21-yard line. 7:37 left in the ball game. The score is correct for you at home. I know it's been a while since we've seen the scoreboard, but sounds like once we got the second quarter rolling, that it's been all downhill from there. And compared to the last 2 weeks, we were ready to go downhill because we were going uphill.
That's right.
A lot.
It's been a struggle, but it's sure nice to have the headset on and everything working. I think picture looks great, sound is good. It's good to be king.
So Kevin Collier, commenting again, said that it's hard to see on that little lateral play, but he was watching. I think he meant that he was watching the sideline reaction, and all they saw was touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown. That was Blake Smith on the carry for the Bulldogs. So we got some new Bulldogs in on the lineup with McHenry here taking the snap as he throws left over to, he cuts all the way across the field for nothing. Ran 15 yards for no gain, but he was trying.
So, John, we're under 7 minutes now and 266 homes right now watching. And
which is not viewers. That's just homes that streamed in.
Exactly.
So could have actual.
If you say we even add 2 people to those devices, you're well over 500.
Yep.
As we've seen some, here's McHenry checking in the lineup.
A little high.
As number 24.
Jonah Smith.
Jonah Smith.
A little high and behind him, so we'll bring in the punt team, which we've only done. I think we've only punted once tonight.
I think you're right, and that was second quarter, I believe. And the Bulldogs have scored, I believe, every drive since. As Belong will stand at about his 10-yard line, and number 19, I believe it's Klinger.
Klinger, yeah. Karsten, I think.
Yep, Carson Klinger.
Carson Klinger. Snapper.
With a very undervalued position right there. And that's a good kick, fair caught at the 43-yard line. I'm a little biased, John, because I was the deep snapper on special teams as well. So I may be a little biased here, but I believe a position that's overlooked quite often as it's not very easy to hike a ball between your legs on a rope for 12 or 15 yards to the guy behind you.
Right. That's true. It's not that easy.
And probably what's even a little bit more difficult, may sound a little weird, is when we snapped it to the up man for that fake phone.
Yeah.
So let's see who else we got. Laura, okay, I see Ellington, not Teague. She's working at Ellington. Scott Ballard. Scott should be at the bottom of your screen. Bulldogs in control and have been for a long time, 41-7. Steve Wilson, appreciate you watching. Melissa Hurst, okay. Melissa Hurst saying she's watching from Hawaii. So
awesome.
Make that, we're probably in the double-digit states just for tonight. So appreciate you logging on. And
aloha.
So we'll look at the final viewership, but 266 seems to be at least one of the peaks. We may have gotten higher, but with the setup that we have tonight, we haven't been able to exactly see all the comments rolling in. So we apologize for that. And it was nice to get back to that, John, even though we haven't been able. Here's number 5,
still
running
going
hard.
Still not down.
And that's McHenry
Still
shoving
not down. Only thing down is the camera there as it got knocked over.
McHenry shoving him out of bounds.
He broke 3 Bulldog tackles there as he broke free down the left-hand side, the near side of the field here for about a 35-yard gain.
21-yard line. That's good for Bristol.
And a lot of second teamers in there for the Bulldogs, but I guarantee you they are not going to want to give up a score here.
Yeah, just buckle down here, Bulldogs. Play your position. Make tackle, wrap up. Easy, easy, easy. Oh.
You got a late flag coming in?
Yeah, a little unnecessary. Extracurricular activity when he was out of bounds.
Flagged out to end the play.
So, John, it looks like at the peak, we were just shy of 300 homes.
That'll work.
299 looks like was peak, and that was about 30 minutes ago.
Still thankful for that, considering our difficulties the past couple of weeks. So hopefully we got it all lined out. As soon as we plugged that hardware in, we were up and running just like that. And I was like, woohoo! Oh, stop the
They're
press.
going back to that play, probably third time in a row there.
Right. Got offsides on the Bulldogs. So not necessarily a rookie mistake, but we do have some kids in there. They don't really see that many snaps of the ball because we do have Bulldogs going both ways on offense and defense. So we got to anticipate the snap and jumped off sides. So it gives the Pirates 5 extra yards as they go with the. Oh, nice slick.
That's number 34 coming in and popping
Delivering
some pads.
That's Garen Arnold
Okay.
throwing the leather.
I believe that might have been Klinger that was slowed him up,
Had
and
him.
then Arnold come and clipped him.
Right.
Gave him a pretty good shot to get him down. 4:30 mark, and I give a shout out to a former Wagner middle schooler. She actually has gone on to be a high school student. Talia Alexander, watching from home, along with Coach Alexander,
Nice.
not being able to make it to Bristow tonight. Coach Alexander with me and you at the middle school, and appreciate them logging on tonight. I'm not sure if Emily's at home. She may be out with friends tonight, but Emily, if you're out there, Leslie, thanks for logging on and watching the Bulldogs really control this ball game since I would say even the end of the first quarter, John.
Right. I think we're up 14-7. I think at the end of the first quarter, if I remember right. That was Elijah Love there on the tackle, along with number 34, Garen Arnold.
Quarterback looking in the end zone.
He dropped it.
Nice. Number 24. It looked like he was going to be able to reel that one in, but 24 able to knock it out.
That's Jonah Smith.
Jonah, okay.
There on the. We're playing cornerback for the Bulldogs.
Number 4,
So
Richard Sutherland, 3:37 left in this contest as the Pirates are facing a 4th and goal from the 9-yard line. And here's that defense. We're going to see what kind of pride they got down there, John.
Yeah, Bristow has 3 receivers to the top of your screen. As he looks right, goes in on the slant.
That is
we kick that off. Him McHenry with the INT in the end zone. Quarterback for Bristow overthrew it, and McHenry playing his safety position. Just cradled the ball right in the number, on the number 1.
I believe McHenry is 6'3", so it might have went over the Pirate 6'4", so it might have went over the Pirate receiver, but did not get over the 6'4" frame of McHenry.
Yep.
3:31
so
left.
We protected.
Yeah, we did.
Protected the end zone.
Protected the end zone from a Pirate score. So the Bulldogs will take over after the touchback at the 20-yard line. Greg Brody. Greg, he's a classmate of mine watching from Toppers America, I believe. And Greg, thanks for logging on. Kathy Nichols saying Bulldogs looking good. Kathy is my neighbor just across the street, Roy and Kathy Nichols. And we appreciate them logging on. And that is Garen Arnold.
Running hard. Look at him go. He got 11 yards.
Arnold making his case for to get on the first team.
Yeah. Yeah, he had 3, 4 guys wrapped around him and drug him for almost 8, 9 yards.
And he was the one on defense that made the tackle there on that third down play.
Yeah. Put me in, coach. Yeah, let's see what year Garen is.
I believe he's a junior, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was a nice hard run.
And that's him again, running hard again.
Look at him go.
Churning and churning.
Averaging 7 yards a carry. By golly, give it to him.
He picked up 8 on that one.
As Roy D. Mercer would say, by gosh. Give him the ball.
8, second down, 2.
How big a boy are you?
Yeah, exactly. I said, I meant, Greg, I meant Taylor's Ferry. I said Toppers. Taylor's Ferry. Here's McHenry looking for first down yardage, and he will get it.
Got a late flag.
And coming really from an odd area. Looked like the back judge threw it.
First down,
and everybody was, as far as the Bulldogs, everybody was behind McHenry. So it is going to be holding against the Bulldogs. 2:29 left in the ball game.
Holding is the call against.
So that will back us up to the 29-yard line. And John Garrett, we may have to celebrate tonight since it started out rough, but it ended really, really well. We may have to grab a shake. We may have to grab a shake at Boomerang before we leave.
Shake it up. Shake and bake, baby.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Here's Arnold breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle.
Still driving.
And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means 6 Pirates.
Yeah.
We're bringing Arnold down.
And there's 11 on the defense, so I was over half of them.
Yep.
Took half of the team to bring him down. So he'll get a break here. So he steps off the field. He's been running hard. Brings his average per carry down just a little bit.
Yeah,
from 7 to about 5, but still. 5, I'd take 5. 5 yards a carry.
3rd and 8 from the 33 as the third down music is cranked up. And now here we go with McHenry from the shotgun. It's Arnold. No, that's number 25.
29.
Putting his head down. 29, that is. Looking for first down yardage. Going to come up.
Blake Smith.
Okay, Blake Smith comes up about 1 yard shy.
Sophomore running back. 5'9", 165.
Oh, well, they're going to put him back at the 39-yard line, so it'll be 4th and 2 as we are nearing the minute mark of the game.
And on this 4th and 2, Jeremy, we're really just trying to run the clock out. So if we can convert here on this 4th and 2, 4th and short, ball game be over. We'll run out the clock. Even though Bristow has 3 timeouts left, they probably elect not to take those.
McHenry may just take it up the middle and fall forward with that 6'4" frame, but instead it's Smith on the end around, and he will get more than first down yardage as he crosses the 45 to the 47-yard line. And probably, John, we're going to have to, probably going to run one more play.
Right.
The clock has stopped because of the first down at 47 seconds, but as soon as the chain gang is able to get this chain set, that clock will start. It has done that. So we're looking at the last play right here. May even see the victory formation.
I love the victory formation. It's a lot better than the losing formation.
Yes. Arnold met at the line of scrimmage and drives forward for another 2 yards.
I love seeing that downfield. Big number 74 got him a pancake.
It might be Dismay.
Zach Dismay, yeah. Sophomore offensive lineman got him a pancake about 10 yards down the field.
I saw that as well. I know Ann Dismay was watching tonight as she commented in our comment section, and I believe Zach is her son, and hopefully we're able to get a great shot of that pancake there. As I saw it as well, he was 5, 6 yards downfield, and he wasn't stopping until he heard that whistle.
That's right.
Which is exactly what you coach, no matter what time of the game it is.
Stay hooked up. Dad always said, block them till the nickel bleachers. Block them into the nickel bleachers.
So you see the players line up at the 50-yard line. That is the ball game. Wagoner Bulldogs 41, the Bristow Pirates 7. John, just a quick recap of that first quarter. Looked like it was going to be a game.
Yeah, Bristow struck first, marched right down the field, took the opening kickoff, put 7 points on the board, and then from pretty much there on, it was all Bulldogs. As they scored up 41 unanswered points. So unanswered means that we did all the point scoring from there on out. Bristow did not put up any more. So if you hear that often, it's used often in sports, unanswered points. Oh, yeah.
And one last time for our Friday Night Bulldog sponsors, as it's been rough going up to this point, but I'm sure they will be happy to sponsor tonight as we appreciate all of the support that they have given us of our elite sponsors and our corporate sponsors, Advanced Orthopedics, Cherokee Personnel, Prestige Plumbing, Good Neighbor Realty, Beth Johnson, Good Neighbor Realty, Rowe Insurance, Richard Gray, Kevin Grover GMC, the Moore Lancaster, Bank First, and Apex Title and Closing. And John, as you go over our elite sponsors, a couple of weeks ago we talked about many of these sponsors are Wagoner Bulldogs through and through.
Yeah.
Or
Bulldogs for life.
The new ones that have maybe just come along and new businesses or new owners, whatever. We appreciate all of these sponsors.
Right. Some of these businesses have been around for years. I mean, I'm 55 years old, and I know that several of these have been here just as long as I've been alive. We've got Shipman Funeral Home, Armstrong Bank, Aspire Health, Arvest Bank, Blue Sky Bank, Smoking Sisters on Dewey. We've got Meats and More, Wagner County Abstract, Al Drug, Bonnie's Flowers, and then Smoking Sisters on Main. So once again, we are grateful for your support of Friday Night Bulldogs. It's been another good evening here for our Bulldogs as they've moved to 3-0.
Yep.
And we'll start district play next weekend at Fort Gibson. So looking forward to that, Jeremy, as we make the march to the gold ball.
JC Bowman, thanks for that comment. Bulldogs said awesome job for the Bulldogs. Ann Dismang says go Zach. So I think she was able to see that.
Awesome.
And then Steve Wilson, I'm sure you remember that name.
Yes, Steve Wilson.
Said great job Bulldogs, and then Boomer tomorrow.
I love it. Boomer. Sooner.
So that will do it here from Bristow, Oklahoma. Again, we can't say it enough how we appreciate the support that you guys continue to give us. It was a great night overall. The Wagoner Bulldogs go forward 3-0 and will play at Fort Gibson next week. Friday Night Bulldogs will be right there with a guest host. And we're looking forward to that as the Bulldogs play the third Tigers of the season. We've got
That's right. Yeah, Tigers, Pirates, and more Tigers.
More Tigers. So that will do it for us. For Garrett Haddock behind the cameras, behind the technology. For John Page, I'm Jeremy Holmes saying good night and God bless America.